Welcome to Books on Air, the podcast that tells the story behind the book. It includes insights from authors about how they compose their work, what inspires them, and what they hope you'll take away from their book. Here's your host for this episode of Books on Air, Suzanne Harris.
Welcome to the Books on Air podcast. I'm Sloan Fremont, filling in for Suzanne Harris. This is a podcast where listeners get the secret story behind every book. Joining me today is Murali Dharan, author of the book, The Cosmic Romance with Existence, a personal guidebook for spiritual warriors to merge their light with the cosmic light. This book is one of the answers to the prayers of those who seek the divine for liberation from pain and suffering and to attain inner peace. This book is your friendly, personal, spiritual guru to guide you on your inward journey to build self-knowledge and turn challenges into personal strengths. So, Murali, I would like to welcome you to the Books on Air podcast. I'm glad you're here.
Hi.
So let's start out by telling the audience just a little bit about yourself and what led you to write your book.
Okay. My name is Murali Dharan. I stay in Singapore, and I'm a social worker. I have a bachelor degree in counseling and a master's in social work. So I chose to do social work because of my passion. And while doing my social work, I go deep into building human relationships. Also I study human behavior. That's one part of it. And the second part is also I'm a spiritualist. I will spend time more on meditation, reading spiritual books by enlightened beings, so my passion to write this book came by for two reasons. Firstly, is my great passion in working with humans, providing human services. That's number one. And number two is I strive for inner peace, bliss, liberation, enlightenment, you can call it. So or another simple way to put it is awakening. Awakening for every person. So I have a passion towards these two directions, whereby it made me think and merge them together. So what I did was I brought in my knowledge from working with humans, providing human services, and also my knowledge in Kriya Yoga, Raja Yoga, and many different meditation techniques. I've learned a couple of meditation techniques. So all this I brought it into my book to deliver a message, not deliver a message, deliver several messages to my audience to help them lessen their inner pain, suffering, good healing, and also give them a sense of awakening. Yeah, because I strongly believe that most of our problems in our life actually happen due to a lack of self-awareness, lack of self-knowledge, and not having the ability, or maybe I would say blockages within ourselves that prevent us from going deeper into ourselves to knowing about ourselves. Because as we clear the blockages within ourselves, our perception will be very clear, and we are able to handle situations very well. If we are unable to clear the blockages within ourselves, what happens is that we drop into a state of metaphysical sleep, which is actually highlighted in one of the chapters in my book, whereby our perceptions will be unclear and our actions will be not very good, and I would say communication will be very bad, and also we will be under the control of our mind and body. So how this book actually works on how we can master ourselves, self-heal, awaken, and also be positive accept to our own self and do some positive contribution to the world. So that is the book about. It's about more about, I can call it, personal development, self knowledge, self healing, and of course, if the person is going to read this book regularly and slowly, this book I would say that you have to read it very slowly. Okay? Some people like to speed reading, so I don't recommend speed reading for this book because spiritual books you need to digest it slowly, do it
Mm-hmm.
mindfully, step by step, and you can get some of your a light, or you feel a light within yourself, which actually helps greatly in helping. It helps greatly for a person to liberate from their pain, their life pain, suffering, and yeah, and if if they are doing the meditation consistently and regularly, they would go into a stage of enlightenment. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's so much there that you said. I mean, you talk about that pain and suffering that most people, I think, are trying to escape from in some way, right? People do that in various ways. It could be drugs or alcohol or various other things. And what I found in my own life, that when I run from my own pain, that actually causes more pain than just addressing the pain. You know, if I actually would just be with myself and instead of fighting myself, I find that being with myself isn't nearly as bad as the fight that I put up. And so you mentioned meditation. Can you tell us about the impact meditation has on our lives and maybe your experience with it and how it's changed things for you?
Okay. I'll link up with your message with how meditation helped me and what I highlighted in this book. So, okay, whenever I faced pain in my life, right, I start to avoid it. When I face challenges, I avoided it. When I face stress, I avoided it because it's a natural human mind whereby I do not want to face pain. So I want to reduce pain and maximize pleasure in myself. Happy moment, happy moment, happy moment.
Mm-hmm.
So that moment, every time I'm striving for it, so I'm trying to suppress all my pain. So each time it suppresses multiplies. For example, I give you an example. If I tell you to stop thinking about an elephant, I ask you to stop thinking about a camel, and that's when you start thinking about it.
Right.
Stop thinking.
Right.
Stop. Yes, my mind is stuck there. So what I highlighted in my book, okay, this is something I learned from meditation. Meditation helps to overcome compulsive behavior. So I'm not against people who smoke, who drink, who take drugs and so on. But I'm trying to say that, okay, like for example, let's go to drinking. Okay, it's about if you have one or two drinks, it's fine. But what happens is that meditation helps us to overcome compulsive behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
That I need to do this. I need it to survive. No, you become more aware about your actions, so slowly it will try the what you're doing reduces, I mean the habit reduces. So you see, for example, people say do not smoke, but there are many people who go through stress. They immediately take some chocolate bars and then they munch and munch and munch, so they're adding more sugar to their blood. But we are focused on people who are smoking, but we are less focused on people who are adding sugar to their blood. So one thing is, whatever habit is there, the meditation teaches us to bring awareness to the habit, and then what happens is that we overcome compulsive behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
But will the miracles happen overnight? No. It is consistent practice, being silent and really meditating. Because some of us, we say we are meditating, we close our eyes, we start to daydream, and then we
Yeah.
start to daydream about that chocolate, and later what's going to happen later, my friend is coming over to the house, I need to clean up my house, and all those thoughts come in,
Yes.
and then we say, "I'm immediately happy." No. So it is actually you are daydreaming. Some people are daydreaming. So are you meditating correctly? That is one thing, number one.
Okay.
And
Mm-hmm.
meditation helps overcome compulsive behavior. Second, about negative thoughts. Okay, negative thoughts, negativity, I would call it dark shadows, or I could call it demons. Okay, last time I used to avoid the demons. Oh, yeah, I don't want this problem. Man, I don't want to take this issues. No, handle this. It's very stressful for me. I want to maximize my pleasure. This is the problem. Is when we keep avoiding the demon chases us. So, what meditation teaches is to face your demons. Face your demons. Demons is like transform your energy. Transform your energy. So meditation teaches us to take the negativity and transform it rather than avoid it. So that is the which is highlighted in my book, Transformation. So positive thinking, what is positive thinking all about? Because sometimes we think that let's think positive. Oh, okay, like for example, my grandmother is about 95 years old and she's in hospital and doctor says that she's going to pass on in a few hours. And then I sit down saying that I'm positive, I'm doing positive thinking. I'm doing positive thinking. She'll come back alive. I can't do that. That is some people apply positive thinking in the wrong way. So
Yeah.
what I'm highlighting is try to make positive thinking is bringing in higher qualities of consciousness. If you meditate, you get beautiful qualities: compassion, gratitude, um, faith, um, I've highlighted in the chapter called Seeds of Consciousness on what are the positive qualities. And meditation teaches us the real meaning of positive thinking, because sometimes we end up doing positive thinking, and then what happens is that we fall into the drain called toxic positive thinking. So we start to, my boss scolds me for my own good, so that I will be the best employee. I'll get the best employee award. So my boss scolds me, I'm okay, I'm fine with it. Some people they just go with it. No, you should think. That's where the clarity comes in. So transformation of energy, overcome of compulsive behaviors, transforming your pain. I mean, then it's also looking when you receive your negative situation, when you get a negative thought, you know how to transform it. So each time a negative thought comes in, you are transforming it to your strength. And then the more negativity comes, you're going to get more light. The more negativity comes, you're going to get more light. It's not that you're avoiding it. Each time you avoid, no, you're going to have a lot of challenges. When you're sleeping, you're going to have dreams. You're avoiding something negative, but it still comes into your dreams and then disturbs you. So no matter how much you avoid, you can't run away. Some things can be avoided, or maybe an exhausting person who's your colleague who talks to you every time and then exhausts your energy, whole energy. After you talk to him, already half your soul is gone already. So you don't want that to happen. So some areas avoiding is fine, but we can't be avoiding everything. We have
Right.
to take action. We have to take action. We have to transform. We have to look into ourselves. This is where it happens that we want to look into ourselves. So each time we can ask advice. Can you give me some advice from someone? Someone can give us some advice, and maybe we can apply it or we cannot apply it. It doesn't work sometimes. It works and it doesn't work. You see, people can give us advice, nothing wrong in that. But meditation is the best advice you can give to yourself, because the reason is in meditation, you get your answers from within through your intuition. The
Yeah.
intuition is which between you and the universe. And intuition is the bridge between you and universe, because you get the direct answer. Because every time we can learn from people's experiences, we can learn from others' advice, we can read books, many books. So, but end of the day, what is happening within you? Because I believe strongly the universe has an individual customized plan for each individual. So one book is not going to fit all of us. So
Right.
if you're going to read
Yeah.
a spiritual book, say that yes, he is same religion as me. He is same religion as me. I'm going to follow the same thing. Oh my God, you're going to put yourself in suppression. You're going to put yourself in stress, and you're going to go through lots of mental tortures and pain. But if you're going to read the books, nothing wrong with reading the books, attending courses or going for spiritual talks and so on, nothing wrong in that. But end of the day, all these messages come to us, it become customized, and What is your individual plan? What is the customized message the universe wants to reach to you?